Hello, it's Marco here from Markom3D, and in this video we're going to go through, or this live stream, we're going to be going through and creating a looping animation. Nothing is planned, so we're just kind of going to wing it and go from there. If you haven't already, just hit the subscribe button, please. Anyway, so let's start off with the default cube. Delete that default cube, of course. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my camera. So Alt-R, Alt-G to reset the rotation and the location. Let's press N to bring up the side panel. Screencast keys, turn that puppy on. There we go. So let's rotate 60 degrees along the X-axis. Rotate Z 45 degrees. I think that's right. Might be. G, Z, Z. And then I'm going to add in a plane and add in a cube. Let's make sure that is right. How did the 10th day? The 10th day is finished-ish. I'm just waiting on someone to give me some music because they've offered their help, and hopefully I'll be able to use it. If not, I've already got a contingency plan. However, I'd rather try and get more people from the community. But it is done. Am I 100% happy with it? I think so. Not really. I mean, it could always be better. It could always be cleaned up a lot more, but we'll go from there. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on being an Instagram video. So I'm going to just change the resolution from 1080 to 1080. So we've got a nice square box. And let's go GZZ. Actually, we'll scale this one up. And so this will be our cube of destruction. So what I'm thinking of is we got fragments that fall down. They get pushed into a hole. And then we could either do kind of like a cooker where it cooks, pushes the cube back up, and then moves along. Or we could just destroy the cube again and kind of like a rinse and a repeat. We put it on the short film on this channel. No, it'll probably go on Dead Set Digital, but I'll make a post to make sure I send everyone that way, as that is where I'm kind of putting all the animations on. So the 10th day is I had 10 days to make an animated short film, and that's what all these live streams have been about for the past week. Okay, so let's bring this down to size. How are we going to do this? Do we make it kind of like a conveyor belt? Or do we try and make everything happen on the one screen and multiple parts? Let's try that. Let's try kind of like split the screen into 4. And so we'll have the pieces come in, get pushed into a hole, bake, and then they get pushed out. So let's try that. So first things first, I'm going to go Z. Let's go probably about here-ish. Whoa, geez. Maybe something like here. Let's make some sort of a ramp. So I'm doing this tough. You know what? Let's not worry about the camera just yet, and we'll just move everything around later. So let's go Shift D. I'm going to scale like so. Let's grab this section in here, scale along the, no, like this. C, scale X, G, Y. So we kind of have this look and piece. Let's get rid of this top face. We can probably get rid of this face as well. And let's kind of grab these, G to the Z, scale, and then it'll come down. So we're making this kind of piece. I might make this a little bit wider. So let's go G and then scale along the X just to make sure we catch all these pieces. Now with this, I'm going to bring it probably about here. Let's go right click, subdivide, 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 subdivide. So now we've kind of got this cube that's all emoji welcome. We've got this cube that's all divided up. From here, I'm going to do cell fracture, source limit. Let's go maybe 500, see if we can get these pieces as small as possible. I want random size. Let's just do that. Really what I should be doing is using the grease pencil and kind of drawing it out to see what it, to set those points of destruction. change the margin down to 0.000. Actually, that doesn't really matter, but that's fine. Let's continue on with it. From here, I'm going to press OK. And then what this should do now, chop up the cube into all its little pieces. Give it a sec. Okay. So it's just still doing it. I probably shouldn't have done 500 pieces, but whatevs. Let's go with that. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done 500 pieces, especially if I'm doing this live. Oh, you idiot. Because, how many are there? Let's just have a quick look. 500 pieces. All right, let's delete that. Start this one again. Let's go cell fracture, and maybe we'll just limit to just 100. So they're going to be kind of bigger pieces. Let's go OK to that one. There we go, that's fine. Just for the sake of rendering, I'm going to keep that default cube, but I'm going to go GZ10 just to push it up there, just so it lives up in the stratosphere. Let's select one piece, like so, and we will come into the physics tab, rigid body, active, yes. We want dynamics, deactivation, no, that's fine, because I'm going to get this to play from the start. And then let's grab all that jazz. From here, we need to copy that rigid body across to everything else. So we go object and then set copy from active. Beautiful. Now this piece doesn't have any rigid body, so what would happen is the cube would just fall straight down. So let's go into add modifier, solidify modifier. Which way is it going? Whoops. So we seem to have the normals facing the wrong way, as we can see here. Shift N. Nope, it's just being a jerk. So let's go the other way. Even thickness. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. Come into the physics tab for this. Rigid body. Passive. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to press pull. Well, actually, this needs to be rigid body. Rigid body. This needs to be passive. Let's go back and press play. That sucks. So now convex hull. No, we need this to be mesh, as that will now filter everything into a set location. And we will do that. Let's get out of there. We'll do that same here. So this will be mesh. Let's kind of move this to about here. And I'm going to go Control R to put in edge loop about there. Let's go about here. Actually, no. I want a cube or a square, sorry. So let's go something like this and then E to extrude. Now let's test this out. So if we go press play, mesh. Why are you being a jerk? Let's just check the normals real quick, because I might have them facing the wrong way, which I shouldn't, but we can just kind of like start troubleshooting this. Normals the wrong way, so Shift N. There we go. Let's go back to the start. Please work. That would be because the animation is cached. Caching. Here we go. Let's delete all bakes and start again. Please work. Remove, add rigid body. Oh, darn it. Why is it doing this again? Convex hull, is it? I thought it'd be mesh. Hang on, whoa. Control Z. I cleared all the cache, didn't I? You daft monkey. Oh! There we go. Alright. So you're saying this one should be convex hull. Gosh dang it. No, it should be convex hull. Cool. Well, we can see. whoops, E to extrude, Z, scale Z0, select everything, Shift N, Shift N. It's okay. Plane is an open volume and must be a mesh. It is a mesh. What the heck? Oh my goodness, Blender. What are you doing to me? Passive. Let's try this again. Convex hull. You know, kind of like when I'm doing this normally by myself, do I encounter these problems? I don't. Have a cube with a face. What? Wouldn't it be easier to have a cube without a face as a container and the plane as you had it before? Yes, I was trying to see if that was the problem. Yeah. I was troubleshooting. But it's got a mesh, you daft fat mole. I feel like I have to kind of go back now and watch my own freaking tutorial. Oh, far out. And then it blows up. What the heck? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to work out. I think you might be right there. Emerger. Those were my next steps. That is fine. Oops, let's go back to mesh now. No. Convex hull. I think it's not that. Let's put in a collision. Just for funsies and see what happens. That's fine. Yes, it solidifies in the right spot. We've got collision on the bottom. All right. Let's think about this. How can we, for the sake of time, how can we do this? Let's go. Is it? Yes, that's fine. Okay, let's kind of just move forward with this. Delete face. Let's delete vertices. Let's just kind of just start moving around. Mole by distance. 2 vertices. That's interesting. Let's try this again then. Was there a vertice that was kind of rough as guts? Nope. There goes that idea. Okay. Merge by distance. So let's go. Let's kind of think about this. But I've done that before. No, that didn't work. What's this? This is a mesh. And that works fine. Just out of curiosity, let's try this. Just going to try something for troubleshooting reasons. Let's kind of put that back up there. C, there we go. Enter. I'm going to grab this here, just go GZ. Just out of curiosity, what happens? Right. So what is that telling us? That's telling us that we've got the simulation cached. So just out of curiosity, let's do this then. Undo that. Let's grab this. Let's go E to extrude along the Z axis. Come into the physical rigid body settings. It's going to bake. Let's just see what happens. That probably just baked that screen, which is not what we want. So let's go bake all dynamics. Delete all bakes, bake all dynamics. You know what? What are the chances? I'm just going to go to Blender 2.83. I was going to pick a random Blender version. So we've tried a cube, we've tried a plane. Because I've just upgraded to Blender 2.92. Let's just have a look. Toggle full screen, beautiful. Delete, mesh, plane, scale, I, G, E, Shift A, cube, rotate, G, something like this. And then from here, let's go tab into edit mode, right click, subdivide, subdivide, subdivide. We're going to go into cell fracture, 100 objects. Margin will be 0.000. Whoops, numpad is off. Random, full random. Okay. Sure, cell fracture, be a jerk, whatevs, but we're just testing for now. Look at it here. I haven't used Mesh Machine. I do have quite a few add-ons, but that one I haven't really used. So from here, let's go into rigid body. This is active, and that's all we want. Let's grab all this jazz now. Let's go into objects, rigid body. Let's go copy from active. Bam, this one here, rigid body. Let's go into passive. Let's press play. Let's go into mesh for this puppy. Let's go back into the other blend file. Let's delete this plane. Let's go Shift A and we'll create a new plane. Scale, I. Oops. Did that work? Nope. I, G, Y, E to extrude along the Z axis. From here, let's come into our rigid body and passive. Let's change that to mesh. Back. I literally just did the most basic thing of have you tried turning it on and off again? Hello, AT, have you tried turning it off and on again? Far out. Brussels sprout. Okay, G to the Z. And so we're going to do something like this. Let's see if that works. Okay, not everything went in, so that's fine. Did I apply the scale? Oh, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But now we've kind of gone around it. So we've got all these pieces that fall into here. Beautiful. From this camera angle, this is what we've got. And so this is what we're going to be seeing. Let's go GZZ. And we kind of want to see something like this. So if we come back, let me just turn off this because this is starting to get annoying. So we've got all our pieces kind of come in and fall there. So what's the next thing we can do? We could probably have a kind of like a machine swing in, compress, and then pull it up. I do have a semi better idea. So what I'm going to do is, let's go shift click, probably about here. Is that off screen? That is off screen. From here, I'm just going to go grab this here, shift D, G, Z, ever so slightly, P, separate by selection. And we're going to grab this, select all, F. And so this is going to be kind of like our baking pad. That's what we'll call it anyway. And then from here, how can we do that? E to extrude. Let's do another one kind of like so. And we want it sitting below this. Okay. From there, Shift S, cursor to selected. Or actually, how about we do this? Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's now go into a UV sphere, cylinder, sorry. G, Z. And then we'll grab this top face. G, Z, something like that. Let's make it a little bit, let's just move it over a little bit. Hold control, Shift D, hold control. Just so it's kind of sitting in the same spot. Maybe from here, we go Shift right click. And then what we'll do is we'll put the spin tool, one of my favorite tools. Let's press N to bring up that, and we'll change it to Y-axis, hold control. E to extrude. Off screen, is that off screen? Sure is. Yeah, let's go with that. And now what I can do is go Control L, delete vertices. Then we can grab this, Shift D along the Y-axis maybe? X-axis? G? Nope. Shift D, X. And then we'll put it in something like so. Let's just grab this edge. Nope, we'll grab this edge, delete faces. And then what we'll do is select this circle, and I'm going to go into proportional editing. Just going to scale it in ever so slightly. And so what it's going to look like is that this piece here merges into this one. From here, we're going to grab all this jazz. Let's go Shift D to the Y, hold Control, and I think, nope, about there. Let's just select that, Control L, delete vertices. And so what have we got at the moment? So now we've kind of got this piece. Just to make my life a little bit easier, let's select this and select, select this and this. Shift S, cursor to selected, and this would be kind of like our rotation point. Yeah, so I don't know what happened there. That's why I've just kind of deleted it and re-added it. All right, so that there, P, separate by selection. And then from here, what I'm going to do is have this selected, object, set origin to geometry. And then we can select this and Shift left click on that one, or right, I don't even know what I'm pressing anymore. Control P to parent. So now we've kind of got everything rotating around that point, just kind of make our life easier. Does that go into screen? It does ever so slightly, but that is fine by me. So if I go rotate 90 degrees minus, so this is what we're going to have. Oops, let's go again. We're going to press play. The pieces are going to fall down. And then at about this point, I'm going to press I, set rotation. And then by frame 40, let's say, rotate Z 90 degrees. I, set rotation. And so what are we going to have? So we've got the pieces falling down. This comes in. From here, what I might do is when it comes in, let's go back to here, I, location, because what it's going to do is going to kind of like swing in, go down a little bit. Let's go 5 frames, GZ. I'm going to bring it down a smidgen. And this was a little thing that I kind of like, I made something similar to this previously. E to extrude along the Z axis. I am just going to make like a bit of a hollow bit in there because we're going to do something a little bit fancy later. All right, cool bananas. So what do we got? So it comes over. Comes over. Ah, dang it. Sorry, I didn't do that. So I forgot to set a keyframe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. G to the Z. It's just something like that. I set the location. So I'm almost tempted to go, let's get that location and we'll move it in earlier. So it kind of, as it's spinning, it actually is already starting to slowly go down. So the way to do that, I can't just move this keyframe down here because that'll actually move the rotation. So what we can do, we can do this various ways, but I'll probably just jump into the animation. Oh, we can do it right here. And now we can see all our keyframes. So let's get our locations. And I'm just going to go G -5. And so from here, it's already started moving down as it's spinning around. There we go. Now I've left this gap in here on purpose. But like I said, we'll come around to that. I'm just going to go Control B just to put a little bit of a bevel in there. Just so that corner bit's not so harsh. We've got this section in here as well. I'm just going to throw in a modifier just for the bevel. Let's go bevel. That's nice. Limit method is angle. 30 degrees. Yes. Let's go 0.002. 0.01. There we go. I like that. That's looking good. Yeah, that looks nice and kind of like industrial. So what are we going to do from here? So from here, it's going to come in. It's going to do a little bit of a jazz in the mixer. We can come back into layout now, select this. Let's kind of grab that. I'm going to go maybe to frame 160. Shift D, scale. Ooh, let me scale. Oh, let me just move it by 1. Scale -1. And so we're going to have this kind of comes in, drops down, gets up, goes back around. Okay. So already that's a pretty long sequence. But at the end of the day, technically we could have the sequence start at 102. And stuff has already happened previously. Big plume of smoke. No, I got a better idea. Well, actually, yeah, you're right. That would be pretty cool. But we'll go with something else for now. So I'm going to extend that to 500. If we've got 30 frames a second at 300, that is too long. That's too long. So, what does that mean? That means well, actually, the animation kind of starts. Where does it start, actually? Oops. So the animation really starts maybe at 20. But still, 500 is too much. Let's go 300. And let's see what we can work with in this border frame. So from here, we can go, there's a cube already starting to come up. So let's select this bottom face here. Shift S, cursor to selected. And then from here, yeah, the cube won't be the right size, which is fine. So let's maybe just scale Shift Z to something like so. Scale along the Z. Bring it up. From here, what could we do? How is the best way of extracting it? I mean, we could kind of get a claw to pick it up, or it kind of pushes it up itself. Let's just, for simplicity's sake, let's go something like this. I location. Give it maybe 20 frames. GZ. And it goes to about here. What we've got to do as well is we've got to hide this cube. So this cube appears probably about here-ish. So let's go I set location. Oh, you dirty fat mole. Let me just bring that back up. So I forgot to set keyframe. Really? Okay, whatevs. I, location, G to the Z, I, location. There we go. And then at about this point here, I, location. And then about here, I'm just going to go GY, move it off to the side, I, location. I probably should just turn on auto keyframing. All right, so we've kind of got that. Boop. And then what are we going to do from here? We could almost come in like just give it a claw or something. I mean, let's just do that. Okay, Shift S, cursor wheel to origin. Let's go into a cube. Control I, hide. Okay, so I just care about this at the moment. Let's kind of do something like this. Scale on the Z. Let's go. Should I make pistons? Oh, I can't be stuffed making pistons. Let's go. Select this. Let's go G to the X. Let me just quickly go Alt H. How much room is it? Yep, that's fine. Control Z. So let's give it all the way. Oops. Over all the way to there. Let's go into a mirror modifier. And we know that it'll be about here to about here. So that's what we're kind of looking at. Just trying to think what would be the best, coolest way of doing this. Let's just get delete vertices on that one, just so we work just kind of like on one set for starters. Oh, yeah. G to the X. Control B. Something like so. From here, what we could do is grab this piece here. Let's just move it over. I'm just kind of guesstimating at the moment. I will duplicate this face, G to the X. Let's go something like that and Control B. Whoops. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these top faces, delete vertices. Let's grab these section, Control B. And then what this will be is kind of like pads that it's picking it up on. Delete faces. Let's just go C, Control L, E to extrude. Let's go into individual origins, and then I'm just going to scale it up a little bit. Control L, G to the X, G to the X, move that in. So we're not really going to be seeing it from this angle. We could probably do something a little bit fancy. Let's go something like that. Let's put an edge loop through there and an edge loop through here. Coming to the side, and I'm going to blow away these inside faces. Delete faces. Yes, we're big. Whoops. Let's grab these two faces and then go this one and done. All right. From here, what we'll do is we'll come in. Is a short film complete? I want to see. It should be up on Saturday. This coming, because the competition comes out on Friday. So we'll see if I get in. From here, let's go Alt H. Just kind of see if we're in the right ballpark. Select that one. There we go. GX. I think we might need to scale this up a bit. Let's bring it up. G, Z, oops, Shift D, Z. This is what I'm thinking. So now from here, let's kind of work out what we can actually do. So we'll select that, Control I, there we go. So how do we want this to kind of rotate? So we'll make one giant pin that goes through here. So let's select all these vertices. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's go into a cylinder. Scale, Shift Z. Scale Z. Scale Z. And we'll bring that in like so. And so this is kind of like the cylinder. This is kind of like the hinge, sorry. And what we might do, so I'm just going to go Shift D, put one here, scale. And then what this is kind of like a brace. Let's go scale, scale, oops, scale, Shift Z. There we go. So we kind of got this piece here. So we're kind of just fluffing around at the moment. Let's go something like so. And then I'm going to edge select this one, Control B to do another bevel. Middle mouse button up, or wheel, sorry, up. Control numpad minus Alt S. Bring in like so. I'm going to press V to rip it. So that Control L. This here is its own piece. From here, what can we do? Let's go Shift A. Whoops, let's go into edit mode. Shift A, let's add in a cube. We'll turn on clipping, G to the X, scale, scale on the Y, scale. I don't remember doing that. Anyway, somehow I scaled that to 0. Let's go E to extrude. So we've got this piece. Now, how do we want it to kind of rotate? Wow. How should we make this rotate? Is a bigger question. Because I mean, we can create some pistons or something through here. Maybe let's go E to extrude along the X-axis. There we go. X, delete faces. Wow. What a kick in the pants. Do we? No, because that's not going to work. I'm trying to think mechanically. Do we? I get stuffed. Let's go Control D, delete vertices. Control A, or Shift A, mesh. Do I have gears? I've got gears. Sick. All right. Let's go scale. What can we do just for funsies? Something like here, Shift D, something down to here. Beautiful. The other thing is if I'm doing gears, it's the ratio as well, isn't it? Shift A. Mesh. There we go. Not a worm, you Ooh, no, not a worm, you muppet. Gears. I think I'm overcomplicating this one now. Number of teeth will be 24. I think let's kind of measure this out now. So if I grab this, and just go Shift D to the X, then we can kind of guesstimate how big this gear needs to be. Be about there, I reckon. Delete. From here, how does that work? That doesn't work. Doesn't work. Because you would have, no, the gear would need to be fixed. So this one would actually be up here. Like so. Scale to the Z. And then this gear, as it would rotate, would open. This is the pivot point. All right, cool. We're getting there. Let's scale on the Y, G, blah, G, X, scale on the Z. Let's grab this face. Clipping is turned on now. G to the X. Delete faces. Let's delete this edge. Whoops. Delete these vertices. And from here, I'm going to kind of do some sort of bracing. Could have used the bull tool for it, or hard ops. Mind you, I haven't really played with hard ops as much as I would have liked to. But let's go triangles. Triangles are always the strongest. We're going to grab this, this, this. I'm going to press I to do an inset, and then I to do another inset. Oops. Okay, we're overlapping here, which is no good. So let's go I, maybe to about here. Delete faces. Let's select all the corners now. There we go. That one and that one and that one. Control Shift B to bevel a vertice. Is that working? Let's not go too cray. All right, we might do this one down here individually. Control Shift B. Something like so. And then with this one here, Control Shift B, just a little one. So now we've kind of got this almost like a rigging type style piece. Oops. Okay, let's fill that up a little bit. Scale to the Z. E to the extrude. Control L. G, Y. That doesn't look too bad. We need something for the center here. So Control S, cursor to selected. Let's grab maybe this in here. I am like overcomplicating this galore, aren't I? Then we don't need this one. Oh my goodness. I am so complicated. Let's go add modifier, mirror modifier, and we will make it on this piece. There we go. And we'll do the same here. Mirror modifier. There we go. So something like that. From here, let's kind of add in our cylinder, which will be almost like our workhorse. Something like so. I'm just trying to think, would it be better on the bottom or the top? I'd say the bottom, mathematically, semi-speaking. Anyway, let's continue on. From here, I'm going to press I to do an inset, E to extrude, I to do an inset, E to extrude, and then this is what's going to be sitting, kind of like holding these two pieces. We'll kind of make some sort of frame now. So from here, Shift S, cursor to world, Shift S, cursor, Shift S, Shift S, cursor to world origin. Let's go plane, G to the Y, and I'm going to go scale on the Y-axis, GZ, G to the Y, scale on the X, something like so, E to extrude, and we're just going to make something super mechanical. Actually, let's just put an edge loop through there, V to rip, Control L, delete vertices, beautiful. So we've already got the modifier on there. Clipping, we'll make sure that's turned on, so it's all joined up. Nice. And then what we can do from here is I'm going to put an edge loop through here and another edge loop through here. Let's grab this section and go GZ. So we've kind of got this looking jazziness. From here, let's go something like so. I'm going to grab this, I to do an inset. Let's grab that, Shift D, Z, scale, Z -1. GZ. Something like so. We will have to separate this piece because that's going to be rotating independently of that. CGI Check, welcome. Dead Wafers, welcome. I clearly, yeah, I don't know. I've been doing it for a while. So from here, let's kind of work on the machine. The machine. G, Y, I to do an inset. Let's kind of grab this edge loop, delete faces. And then we can come back in, select this, scale on the Z. So it's a little bit bigger. Scale like so. G, Y, scale on the Z. E to extrude. Giant bar type structure. Oh my goodness, I've got so much to fill up. What could we do? I do like this though. Let's just go smooth, shade smooth. Looks like crud. Let's go into object data, normals, auto smooth. Okay. All right. So that works. Let's do shade smooth on that puppy, auto smooth as well. And I think everywhere else, auto smooth, shade smooth. Nice. I'm almost now tempted to make this horizontal, vertical, so it actually comes down. Let's go Alt H just really quick to unhide everything. And then this can be more focus on the box that comes up. This arm comes in. Or let's go the camera. GZZ. GZZ. Kind of something a little bit closer so that we've got all this jazz happening in front of us. Nice. Let's go like that. All right, cool beans. Let's go with that. Then that way I can miss a whole bunch of modeling. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this edge, Shift D, Z. Let's go E to extrude all the way down. I'm going to put a line through there. Let's grab this jazz and we're going to go G, Y. And then this would be kind of like a bracer to something else. Scale to the X. Whoops. Y, 0. G, Y. From here, I'm going to put an edge loop that kind of goes through there. Let's just move this over a smidgen. Nice. Morning, White Ark Shark. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. From here, then we can go scale on the Y-axis, GY. That can be a triangle. And then I don't know what we're going to be seeing else. Let's go something like that. We can select these three. I can press I to do an inset. Like so. Delete face. And then let's go ahead and select all them. We'll do these two in a sec. Control Shift B to do a bevel. There we go. And then we'll do the same here. Control Shift B. Let's now grab that. We're going to E to extrude. Control L, G, X. So something like this. Ah, all that work for nothing. That's fine. Kind of comes in. Okay. Right. So now that and that become one piece. So we go Control J to join. This. Boys. Mate, how you doing? I'm just on live stream as well. Yep. So I've got Just 3D Things with me at the moment from the Blender Nest podcast. So make sure you go check out his channel. But yeah, we're just creating loops at the moment. An animating loop. All right. Yep. Thought I might do something different. I've had enough of the short film, so I thought, let's just move on. I can see Artrulo just sent me a message, and we'll go from there. You got a bit of background noise there. So here we are. We've kind of got this now. That's looking pretty good. All right. I completely forgot I was in Discord chat. From here, let's select this, and this. Control LP, separate by selection. We will make sure the origin point is there, which is what we want. This one here. We need the origin point. Shift S, cursor to selected. So this is going to be our origin point because that's where it's going to be rotating. So let's go tab, object, set origin to 3D cursor. Let's now go change the mirror modifier and we'll make this our centerpiece. Let's make this our centerpiece. Let's make this our centerpiece. So technically now, if I were to rotate this, they rotate in opposite directions, which is awesome. This was going to be my parent, pretty much. So let's kind of go through and work out. So at this point here, I want it to be picked up. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to press I, set the location, because that's where I want it to finish up. Let's select this last. Oops. Yeah, got all that. P. Oops, sorry. Control P, set parent to object. So if I move this, nothing else moves. Why not? What did I do there? Ah, dang it. So I had the wrong thing selected last. Here we go. Control P, set parent to object, loop in parents, go suck a lemon. There we go. Control P, parent to object. So now when I move this, everything moves, which is exactly what we want. All right, so I'm actually going to bring this back a little bit. Let's go G. From here, about 180, let's move this straight back. And so what are we looking at now? So we've kind of got this. And then we want this piece here. Actually, sorry, let's time this. So that's here. At this point, at about 230, I want I set location. At about 213, I want it about here. I set rotation. Oh, dang it. Oh, no, that's fine. And then it doesn't rotate in. Okay, let's rotate that back in to about there. I set rotation. I stuffed up. Okay, let's come bring this all back. Nice, there we go. So you can see kind of like as it comes in, it's already closing on it. And then from here, probably I location. And then from here, let's just go G back to Y. I location. So, and then it kind of takes it away. So what we're going to do here then is let's select this piece. Let's be super lazy about it. Control P, set object to parent. Dang it, that sucks. Okay, now that doesn't work, so let's not do that. Well, actually, no, we can. at about here. Is that still moving? That's finished moving. Let's go I set the no. P to parent. No, that doesn't work. Okay, sorry, let's go back. Back. So here we set the location. What I'm going to do is from here, I'm going to come into the constraints. Nope. Constraints, child of, and that'll be this piece here. And that's fine, because now what I'm going to do is at this point here, insert a keyframe. I'm going to make it 0. Move 1 frame forward, insert keyframe, and that's now 100. Replace keyframe. There we go. And now when it moves away, it moves away. So we now technically have at the maybe at this point here, 1 more frame, 245, 245, 245. Technically from about here. Oh, you suck, you animations. All right, so from here, let's select all this jazz. What am I doing? We need to come into render settings, world settings, physics settings. Here we go. Bake all dynamics. Hopefully. So now if we watch this and I press play, we've got our pieces that come in. That kind of goes on top. Okay, so there we go. So this is our next problem, is we've got all these pieces down here. Cube cell, not that one. Let's come all the way down. And then I'm going to press I to do a location. Let's move 1 frame forward. Let's go GZ. Oh, it's not going to work, is it? Dang it, you suck. Oh. Wonder if you can do that. Let's go. I actually don't know how to do this now. Let's just try an empty. Control P. Oops. Let's select all these. All that jazz. With the empty. Oh, get stuffed. With the empty last. Control P parent object. Falls in. Let's just wait for when the cube gets in there. I location GZ. Oh, really? I location. Because they're baked, probably. Let's go delete all bakes. Bake all dynamics. See if it works. That doesn't work. So let's delete this, delete this, delete this, delete all bakes, bake all dynamics. Let's try that again. Why? Delete all bake. Why you... No, I've stuffed something. So what I'm going to do... you got about 10 seconds delay. Yeah. So what I've done is... Oh, you muppet. Hang on. C... And then I'm just going to delete that and delete that. Let's go GZ, bring it down. From here, let's just go into cell fracture again. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. And then, so I'm just going to rebuild that cell fracture once again. I could hide them. Oh my goodness. Freaking stupid. Yes, I can do that. Idiot. Absolute idiot. No, it's not. Okay, let's go rigid body, active. Let's go into mesh. It doesn't really matter. And then we go into objects, rigid body, copy from active. Let's come into here now, into here now, into here now, and delete all bakes, bake all dynamics. Watch this. Now this plane's not going to work. I'm going to be... Let's go GZ. I think because I changed it to convex thingamabob. Let's go back into this. My goodness, always something I haven't even saved. I like to play dangerously. From here, let's go object. Let's do that again. Rigid body, copy from active. It's okay. We got this. At least some of them went in the hole. Started from that high. What I might do then is with each individual piece, Alt S. Ah, there we go. There's a cube in there. Is there? Maybe there wasn't. Alt S. Okay. Alt S. Huh. Why is that like that? I don't know. Let's do individual origins. Oh, there we go. Something like that. All right, let's see if this works now. Oh, shut your pie hole. Into here, delete all bakes, bake all dynamics. Let's see if these explode now. Please don't. Nice. There we go. And then it comes in, closes. At this point here, let's go like so. Ooh, how do I... Oh, I can't. How do I do it for all of them? Maybe I can't do it for all of them. Surely I can. Ah, okay. Well, then at this point here, let's go into and we'll select all this. Cube cell, that one. Let's go to the top one. Control P to parent object. Let's see if everything's broken. Everything is fine. So if I select this, and then we go at our point, we now go right click, insert keyframe, one forward. Actually, sorry, shift right. Actually, no, that's fine. Here, insert. Okay, shift. Aha! Oh, yeah. Right click, replace keyframe. Replace keyframe. Do you reckon that it works for everything? No. What? Insert keyframe. What the heck about them? No, Okay, so it doesn't work. Oh, man. Oh, man. Trying to make everything removed from bake. No, I can see that it's not setting like keyframes for all these things. That's the problem. And I don't know how to kind of set bulk set. Oh, can I? No, because it's still going to be the same thing. So, because I would have thought if I hid the parent, everything else would hide, but it's not the case. Collection. You daft fat monkey. New collection. Particles. Oops, got caps lock on. Jeez. Losing the plot. That's what I'm doing. I'm losing the plot. Alright, so from here, right click. What? No, it looks like I can't. Yeah, that's secondary option. Or I might just go through all 100. Or can I disable passive? No, I wouldn't be able to, would I? Friction, sensitivity, no. Oh, let's try this. This is what we're going to do. Shift D, P, separate by selection. Let's go. What are we saying about here? I, location, G, Z. I, location. Let's just try it. Let's save it first. File, save as. Let's go into loop 1. Save as. Emerger. Do you know what? I think that'll be the best bet. Right click. Whoops, go. I, set scale. Scale 0. I, scale. Stinking emerger. Every freaking time has a smart solution. Alright, so let's kind of go now. This is what we've got. We've got the pieces fall in. Comes down, closes. We've left the gap. And then there's our loop. Now we can obviously come in and... Oops, so we haven't done... Mind you, I didn't even notice that. Oh, this is going to be a pain, isn't it? Okay, so let's work out this rotation. So let's kind of give it this. If it's rotating like that, then the pressure would be there. I set rotation. I think it moves only 1. I set rotation. Yeah, there you go. So there's kind of like our mechanical thing. I mean, it's a very small cog move, but it is moving. We have our loop. Now we can kind of just decorate. Oh, no, let's go back. Okay, so this is what we've got. This frame. So here, let's go about there. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's go Shift A. I am going to put in a lamp point light, sorry. And we're going to put it about here. Eye, location, and then at what point does it move? Probably about here. Eye, location. And I'm just going to turn on auto. Let's kind of just go boink, boink. There we go. So now we've kind of got this lamp that moves around, which is fine. So that means at this point here, the power will be 0. Right click, insert keyframe. Next one, actually, let's go 2 frames. Let's make it 200 odd, so it's nice and bright. We can animate different colors. Let's go and go orange. Let's go, oops, let's kind of go into a red, insert keyframe or place keyframe. And so I'm literally just gonna animate different colors. That's fine. Oh, we got auto keyframing on. The alternative way you could do this is using a color ramp. There we go. And then we're just kind of like cycling through the colors a little bit. And then here we'll go down to 0, but I will make this a white light. So we're going to have 200 volts, watts. Let's make this 200 here as well. There we go. And so now what we're actually going to be seeing is if we kind of go into EEVEE render, oops, something like that. And as we kind of cycle through, the light is actually moving around, but it looks like it's cooking. I didn't know how. I was looking for your stream. Oh well, welcome. This is a Sunday night stream. But there we go. So now we've got that jazz. All right, let's fix this up. Shade smooth. Let's go into auto smooth just to give it a little bit of extra love. How are we going to light this? We'll probably light it with sun lamp. So we've got the shadows. Do we? Let's maybe go into the world. I'm going to go maybe whitish. Ugh. Well, actually, I kind of want the colors very simple. Let's go new. I'm going to bring down the specularity, bring the roughness up. Let's go into kind of like maybe a bluey color. Something like that. Now, the reason why I'm going for blue like this is so it stands out a bit. Let's maybe actually go in and we'll create some material. Let's go into the noise texture. Let's go into mix RGB, throw that in there, into the color. No, yes, let's do that. We'll go into mix. No, what am I doing? Sorry. Yes. No, that's fine. We'll go into that blue that we had. Just go into rendered view. Let's go a little bit darkerish or something. Oh, that's right. That's why. It's fine. It's all good. Let's go pick this color. Oops. Pick this color. Yeah. Let's go into a color ramp. I know, buddy. I'm very basic with my nodes. Scale. We will throw that into our roughness as well. There we go. Just so we got some little bit of specky mix spec. All right. So from here, I kind of want the same for here. Material. Let's duplicate it. And then I actually want this to be a silvery color. Oops. Let's kind of go like so, like so. Come on, make it white. And then from here, we're going to bring it down to a bit of a gray, and let's go metallic, just so it's shiny. This color down here, we could probably go black, I wouldn't mind. And we'll go with the same speculary kind of color. Control A, apply the scale. Nope, that's fine. Let's duplicate that one, and I want really dark. So something like that. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this material. And all this should be metal number 2 as well. The question is that, let me just bring up my timeline. And we come down into here and timeline. There we go. What view am I in? Yep. Does it work? Let me just go F12. I just want to see. We got a little bit of junk protruding, so we might have to fix that somehow. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think the color's not really working. Let's go into the blacks. Whoops, wrong one. Into here. We'll bring it all the way down-ish. This piece here. Let's maybe just make this a kind of metally metal. Super shiny. Comes out fresh, 92.7. Which is a radio station from Adelaide, which I always have remembered. Maybe we'll come over into this. Ambient Occlusion. Screen space reflections. Beautiful. Select our lamp. And custom properties. Nope. Shadow. Contact shadows. Let's maybe, what we might do with this one, let's duplicate this one and we'll make this one a yellow color, bring down the metallic and make the dots a kind of black. Make it a little bit bigger. Bring the scale back. Whatevs. And then we'll do the same for this frame. So I think this was material number 5. This one was material number 5. This one here will be material number 2. Let's select this here, Control L. Add a new material. This will be material number 2. Assign. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this material. Let's just go F12. Yeah, nah, I don't like that. Nah. The black. The black is too shiny. Let's bring the specularity down. Maybe we'll throw specularity into there as well. Metallic. I don't like it at all. Maybe not so harsh. Maybe that's the secret there. Just so we got little bits and pieces. Red subsurface would give the idea of a very hot metal cube. Far out of merger, aren't you a jerk? All right, let's do that. So, right. So there is that over time thing. What we might do is here. Let's go to from here. Right click, insert keyframe. To actually, no, it should be about here when it moves in. Right click, insert keyframe. And then from to about here, we can go into the reds, into the, maybe here we go into the yellows. And then into here, we just go back to the white. Seems a little bit too quick. I think maybe what we need to do is maybe at this point here, right click, insert keyframe. But here we go, bring down the metallic. Here, right click, insert keyframe. Let's bring down the specularity. Emission strength is 1. Did that light even move around? I gotta fix up this material. I don't like this one. So that's one thing. One thing I want to know is how to use the ambient occlusion node properly. Oh no, it doesn't work because I'm in EEVEE. That's right. Whoa! Oh no, it's fine. Let's go maybe a little bit darker. No, stop. That material there. Let's just go give it a bevel. Oh, there is no this one here. Let's give it a bevel. To angle. Let's go 0.02. There we go. Oh, geez, we've got to give these things a material. Whoops, this base plate here, if you remember, we kind of butchered. That'll be black as well. That's not bad. All right, so let's come back to the start so we can pick up one of these cubes. What color should the cubes be? Give me something. Clack Attack, welcome. Goofy King, sorry I didn't see it earlier. Oh, actually, no, I did see you before. What color should we go with these pieces? What color? Let's go new. Green and blue and green should never be seen unless something in between. I mean, we could go kind of like salmon. Oxidized salmon or something. Alright, let's go see from here. Drop down, copy material to selected. And then we come in here. I like the plain colors. Yeah, it almost looks like clay or brick or something. Is my light actually moving around and doing anything? 0 watts, 200 watts. Let's go F12. I just want to see. So it should be an orange color. It's not doing anything. Have I got it set? Okay, where's the cube? I think maybe what we'll do is we'll bring it down a little bit. So rather than reanimating everything, I'm just going to go into the graph editor. Let's come into side view. Let's go the point, not the power, this one. And I'm going to untick everything other than Z. Let's select everything and period key. Let's get rid of these. Period key, G, Y, all the way down a little bit. And so now that's going to be sitting on top. Let's go into rendered view. All right, we can see we've got quite a bit of stuff. So maybe what I might do is maybe here-ish, I'm going to blow it up. Just blow the light out. So here, let's set a keyframe. Here, let's just go to 2000. Because that's going to be a little bit... actually, no. Let's not. What we are going to do is grab this thing, and just as it's about to change, so here is where it changed, I'm just going to go I location. Let's go GZ. I'm going to bring it all the way down. I location, G and Z, and we'll bring it back up. I location. So that's going to hide that kind of transition. Yeah, nice. Oh, my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is gorgeous. Yep. So, let's go quickly. Let's just set up our render settings. Temp, let's create a folder. Let's go loop. A loop. A loop. And from here, what I'm going to do is just go into material. No, let's not do that. Let's just render it. Let's go render animation. How long is it going to take? We are going at 0.3 of a second. See if I can calculate it before it finishes. If I can find my calculator, there we go. What are we doing? No, C. 0.3 times 260. About a minute. Okay, cool. So let's just have a look at what happens. See what the juiciness is. Ooh. Oh, that doesn't look good, does it? Ooh. It's because I scaled them. And because there's an edge split, it doesn't scale properly. That was the problem before, because I was in individual pieces. Oh. Right. I stuffed up there a little bit, but doesn't matter. Let's continue on. Trillo sent me something. Beautiful. I will check that in a sec. Check it out soon. All right. Lovely jubblies. Let's check it out. So while that's loading, I'm just going to quickly open up Vegas, because Vegas is my video editing software of choice, because I've just been using it for like 2 decades. So this is kind of like the final edit of the short film we were working on. Let's get rid of that because we don't need that anymore. Delete. So this is the whole short film. I'm kind of happy to have it finished. I'm going to have a little bit of audio. How much would it take to render in cycles? A lot longer. I'm running on a GTX 1080. I'm waiting for my 3080, but I've got a feeling I might just cancel the order and just wait for the next lot of cards, because who knows when it's going to come in. You know, we were told first quarter, but the prices here in Australia are ridiculous. Let's actually have a quick look at that. 3080 Australia. So if we see here 3090s, give me a 3080, 3060, 3060. No, I want a 3080. GeForce 3080 M-Wave. So if we kind of just have a look. So this is 1700 US. Go away. No, so this is 1700 Australian. So if we go AUD to USD, what are we saying? 1700. So it's 1300 US. US 3080s. Let's have a look. The massive price difference. No, give it to me. Oh no. Amazon. There's plenty of 3080s on Amazon, I'm sure of it. Dang it. And we just see the massive price difference. This is .com, so it's currently unavailable, but is there a price? There isn't a price. Anyway, you can see just how much like more expensive it freaking is. I want my 3080. What's that? Oh, that's the... Oh, jeez. Scared me for a sec. Don't save. All right, let's come into here. Is it still rendering? It's now finished. Beautiful. Let's just go Control S. We'll save that. File, new, Oakley dokley. From here we go File, Import Media. That's a lot of stuff we were rendering. Temp, because you know, loop. Okay. And then this will be our, this is what our loop is. Oops, got to put that in there. Yes, please. And let's put that in place. Actually, what we will do is only go Control C, Control V, 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 V. Oh my goodness. Can you just go over there? Press play. Let's have a look. Oh, Marco, seriously, dude. Come on. It's a little bit fast. There's a problem with the shadow as well, I just saw. Oh no, that's fine. I do like that kind of stamp thing. because we really hide that transition of it moving. There we go. How long did that take? An hour and a half. Far out, you're slow. Price now nuts everywhere. Apple kind of got 50% of all factory. Yeah, I know. Oh my goodness! Boys. I gotta show that one. So there we go. Le finished. We've created a nice loop. I will put this up on Instagram. I will probably... I'll do it now. I'll upload this file to the Patreon people. What else? I don't know what else. Don't know what tutorials are coming up this week. I think we've got a hard surface modeling tip, quick tip. We have videos. Let me just check what we've got. So we've got a hard surface quick tip. Oh, and that's it. Right. I got some videos to create. There's a few really good add-ons that I've kind of gone back and had a look, and a lot of features have been re-added, or sorry, not re-added, been added to make them a lot better, and I will be abusing them, and I can't wait. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out, keeps updating my content. Trying to hit that 25,000 mark. There wasn't a lot of people that came on the streams. I think YouTube's sick of me streaming, which is annoying, but oh well. I will probably do some streaming on Twitch as well, just the kind of, you know, here and there bits and pieces. So if you want to keep checking me on that one, you can jump over on Twitch. So I'm on Twitch, Insta, what's the Twitter thing? Twitter. And also there is a link to the Discord down below. So if you want to have a chat, I'm normally there. Just remember, I'm in Australia. It is 11 PM at the moment. So let's go from there. Thank you very much, guys. And I will see you guys next week on the live stream. The short film will be out on Dead Set Digital. YouTube.com Dead Set Digital. And that'll be out on Saturday. But I will make a note in our community post. So thank you very much, guys. And I will talk to you later. Bye.